All right, guys, welcome back to Beautiful Mind. Let's just dive right in. This is a Bitcoin moon cycle, and my my researchers that have bought courses and online workshops have this as well. So, what am I talking about? This right here. So let's just open this up, and we're going to go take a look at this, and then we're going to decide if it has any merit and we should consider it. If you're new here, I'm Roland Attenborough. I'm the leading GAN scientific and analytical researcher, and I have many online books, online courses that include the books and writings of William Gann for forecasting. Okay, so here we're going to be talking about the moon cycle, and we've been taking this from our low, and as Gann states, lows call tops and tops call bottoms. Typically, they can sometimes change. So we watch that. But this is the 1 year cycle. So we're just looking over the last part of 2023 to 2024 when we made this significant low in Bitcoin. And that's when the moon was in the sign of Leo. And I got that right here so that you guys can see that. So that's what we're talking about right here. So when we go around after the 28-day cycles, I've marked them all here. And these are all the cycles that we're talking about. So I'm going to remove that pointer so we can see this better. So the moon over the year, or one solar year, does 13 turns. And that takes 364 days. So what I did is I took our low and I doubled it, right, the square, every 28 days. And I went and I had a look to see if we would find swing tops, yes or no, or if there was a change in trend or something we should be considering, because, we've always heard that the moon has a cycle and it controls a lot of things other than the weather. And women, their periods and the gestation of a child. So we know it's a really powerful body. Moving forward, let's go back now to the chart, but you should probably note these down and write them down in your booklet or take a screenshot, whatever you're going to do, and watch these dates moving forward. So we haven't quite reached February 26th right now. We're obviously at the 10th of February at this recording. So I'm expecting that somewhere we're going to have another, flop and a fall down. And this could be a lower top, or this could be an extreme top again, because from our 29th, we had a lower swing top. So let's just go back and we'll quickly just go over this, and then we'll talk about the rest of the year, because I'm expecting that August and September, that if you don't have any courses or forecasts for me, just take a look for this time in the year for some events to take place. Okay, so let's go back here, and we're just going to make this a bit smaller now, and we're going to talk about this. Okay, so right now this is taken from this event here. So let's just make this a little nicer to look at. bring this into view and we'll make it a little bigger. Okay, so this is the event we're talking about. This is our bottom and our zero. And from this, these are our dates. So we're going to now look out to all these dates here moving forward. Our first one is October 9th. We're going to be looking to see what maybe happened on October 9th. Well, we had a little swing top there before, and I was talking to you in my forecast between the 6th and the 16th, you should buy Bitcoin. Okay, so there was a swing top and a little pullback, and we retested this area. Okay, well, that's interesting. Let's go take a look at our next cycle, and that would be now 56 days, and that would be November 6th. Let's see what that would hold for us. So we're going to come out to November 6th. It's right there. And it's, right? That's our top right here. And what do you know? We're vibrating right there. And this point is also a lower bottom here, right? A swing bottom. Okay, well, that's interesting. Let's go take a look at number 3. That's 84 days. That'll be December 4th. I wonder what will happen around that time. All right, so looks like we had a takeoff here for another move up. Let's go see what happens at December 4th. Oh, well, December 4th here, we broke out and we had a major move up again. Similar to this. Oh, that's kind of interesting, I guess. Huh. Well, let's go take a look at number 4, 112. This is January 1st. And what happened there? Well, I told you in my forecast to watch out. There'd be a top there and probably a dead cat bounce. And that's exactly what occurred. Okay. Well, let's go take a look at number 5. That's 140 days. Let's see what happened down there. That's January 29th. Well, I was kind of warning you guys about a dead cat bounce there in a bunch of tutorials and some short videos, just kind of letting you know that there was an area to watch out for. Okay, well, now we're going to start moving into the future. So we've done the 5th cycle and now approaching the ending of the 5th and the beginning of the 6th. So that's February 26th. Let's go see that. That's out here in the future, so this is perfect. Sorry, StormGain's flashing at me because I have way too many tools on my platform here. So we're talking that the 26 is an area where we could expect a top, or are we saying that we can come back up and finish our cycle that we've been talking about so much back here about hitting our 52 area, which we didn't do. We got close. In my forecast, we got really close there. We got forecast called for 52, but we only made it to 49. It was pretty close for, making a forecast, So right now we're going counter to my forecast. We're making head and shoulders are starting to move up. We haven't really broke much of these bottoms. Our movements have been 21 to 23%, and we haven't really violated that. So at this point, this is still moving up, and until we break this top here and surge above it, maybe we might just do that here. We might just, right, by this 13th, we just might surge right up. Same with this 26. We could bust through here, sit back down, and then move up for the 26 here, and we could be retesting some old areas, or just moving around in this area. So, and I've put this black trend line here, and this angle right here that we're coming up on here represents this bottom and this bottom here, and stretches out the same parallel trajectory. So that's how I was able to find whereupon we could have another move up and a top where this area, and I said a retest of this area is possible, head and shoulders. If we start getting weak here and get some rejection from this ring, could be that we're down, and then by the 26th we have a retest again of something around here before another move back down. Or if we gain a bunch of strength in here and we refuse to come back and retest this area, and we sit on these old tops right here, and we sit down in here and we don't, then by the 26th we could easily be, again, retesting all this, or like I said, we could be making a move up here. So we're watching that really close. Our next one is March 25th, and then we start getting into the 7th cycle of the moon, and that would represent the 7th square for the moon. So, and that's March 25th, and I'm expecting we're going to have a bounce and a move back up. I'm thinking somewhere around there, and be making some aggressive moves back up, maybe for some lows. It could be from a higher low. Heck, we can just move up and sit back down and do one of these, and then continue to move on, and then have some more swings. It's possible and likely. So, as I was telling you in Mr. Gann's books, he says to watch the reactions, and we haven't broke any of our reactions over the whole year. So, as a forecaster and a trader, and I'm both, none of our reactions right now, including this one, these are up to 23%. These are 21. We haven't violated these. This is a 21%. So at this point right now, we're watching this really closely for a flop, and it's likely that it could push through here and fool us all, and we could have a terrific move up. So, and if that was to occur, then where's our next trajectory? Well, it would be our old tops, right, at this 65 and this 69 level, and we'd probably be bumping into these around this area here before maybe a rollover. So that's possible and likely. We're still in this aggressive channel right now. We haven't violated this. It's you can see it, right? These trajectories, right? These 35-degree angles, they're 35 degrees now. It changes when I obviously move this, but the point is, right now we are still in an aggressive channel. I was expecting a much more linear move back. However, sometimes these things can go against us for a day or a week, or sometimes longer, maybe a month. Anyhow, let's go take a look at our indicators right now, and let's go just see how they're holding up on the daily. Well, we were talking about running trend lines down here and noting that there was going to be a lot of volatility in here and could be a top coming in. And again, on our MACD, same things happen in here. We're seeing the evidence that our green bars are in the same position here as many of these previous campaigns. So that's indicative of time to watch out for maybe a few fast moves. So just be watchful of that. However, moving down again and noting we still haven't made a death cross. We haven't had a rollover top. And if we ran a trend line down, we were going to be seeing some volatility around here. So there we go. We have some major upward movement. Moving on to our stochastic. Made an abrupt bottom here. And we've had some chop down here. We had a golden cross and we had a terrific dead cat bounce move up. We were discussing this in several tutorials before. And however, we've had a lot of choppy action. And, usually when we have moves up that break through like this, we don't get such choppy action. But, looks like we're sort of maybe repeating, some of these actions here. Maybe we're going to have one of these, sudden move backs in a retest or a big move through this ring. It's one of the two. This right here. If this we get above this, then it's really up. So we're going to be watching for that. Okay. We could have a turnaround here. We could have a cross and a big move back and stay in a chop here. And I expect something here. It's there's something going on here, So we're going to just watch this really carefully here. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that's what we were going to talk about. And just to finish this off, let's just recap this a little bit here. And let's just take a look at this. So I was talking about this February 26th here. And that, of course, represents February 26th. So the moon would already be into this next quadrant of the sky. So it's just passed over this area. So it's resetting. So it's possible and likely in this area I was talking about we could have some, there's a lot of volatility here. And we have a bunch of planets here that are making a lot of relationships. And we talked about this, plus these two here. And these two, they're all coming in this. And not to forget, when I circle these, when these planets come along and hit these degrees, this is where a lead planet has been. So there's a gold bar for anybody listening. Anyone with ears and eyes to see. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to touch up with you with that. I'm going to also do a tutorial about William Gann, and I'm also going to compare it against my life. And we're going to just go and talk about that. We're going to do a number 2 or an update to the Square 9, Life and Death. So stay tuned for that. And everyone out there knows that we are having a seminar up on the March 26th. We're going to Cancun. We're going to be at the Beachscape at the Kin Ha Villas. So come check that out. That'll be on March 6th. We're going to have a full in-person forecasting seminar, and you're going to be doing all the work, under my direction, of course. So, but it'll be really good. You're going to be able to frolic in the sea and learn some forecasting. Be really good. Anyways, peace and love, guys. Watch your stops with your trading. Be careful. We have a lot of volatility. We could be making a big bounce up here and making another building block or a good move back. And anyone wondering what this angle is, it's the same angle as this. I just drew it from the top. Mr. Gann was doing this all the time. This was his next. He was always looking for these. I put one here and it busted through. So this is our next area where we have a sort of a top here. So I naturally drew an angle here. Breaking above this would mean terrific strength. Anyways, guys, peace and love. Safe trading out there.